question for you.
I've got a question for him, and he's not answering.
You're not answering my question.
I don't care.
How much money are you making on your YouTube channel? You make a lot of money on YouTube.
No, it's not about money.
Don't you make about 20,000
I don't. You're proud of yourself, Chief?
Why your guys?
We're allowed upstairs.
Get out of this elevator. Back up.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Give me your name and badge number. Get back. Stop that music. I'm in a public place. I can film whatever I can see. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime.
Welcome to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato. I believe this guy's name is Function. I think that's it. This is a public service auditing channel. Now, he was trespassed by the DeLand Police Department, and he's back to get it rescinded, and things don't go as planned.
This guy should be able to answer any questions you got.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Good. Nice seeing you again.
Good to see you, Mr. Muhammad, correct?
Correct. Fariz Muhammad.
Yeah.
And this is Special
Hi, my
Agent.
name's Casey.
Hi,
I'm with the
Casey.
Social Security
Yeah,
Administration.
good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, so today's real simple. I'm just here to issue you some United States District Court violations. It's going to be for DeLand, Kissimmee, and Orlando SSAs. Okay. So the first one is going to, and it's going to be 2 citations times the 3 locations.
Okay.
So the first one is going to be unauthorized taking of photos on premises without permit or agency permission. The second one is going to be failure to comply with directions of other authorized individual and signs of prohibitory or regulatory nature. Okay. All 6 of these citations are going to be mandatory court appearances. So you'll get it notified by mail, or you can communicate with the court for a court date.
The auditor received 6 citations, and the most serious being for videotaping at a Social Security office in Orlando, Florida. He leaves the DeLand Police Department, and he's not too happy.
And that would be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the chief, this was just a ruse to get me here? The chief's not going to come speak with me?
I mean, I could call and see if you wanted to.
What do you mean wanted to? I set up an appointment to speak with him.
Right. Well,
So that's what this was. This was a ruse.
This was the business that you needed to handle, was getting a copy of the citation, or the trespass warning, right?
No, that wasn't why I was here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I didn't know.
And the chief knows that.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so is the chief coming down?
No.
The chief was never coming down, was he?
No.
All right. You guys are out of control. You don't
Sorry
care
you feel
about
that way.
It's not a feel, man. You guys you're out of control.
Okay.
I was complying with the law.
Right. I understand, and I understand your frustration.
You're not interested, though.
I'm not. I gotta go.
Yeah,
so
you're not interesed.
I'm not.
Yeah, you seem like a good guy, and now
I
you're
try to be,
showing.
man.
Yeah, but now you're showing your true colors. You're showing us that the gang of the DeLand Police Department only cares about violating rights.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
It's not a feel, man. It's clear.
Okay.
It's clear. Violating rights.
Okay.
You guys don't care about the oath that you swore to the Constitution. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't know how you sleep at night. Man.
The auditor's confused. He scheduled a meeting through the chief's office to plead his case on being trespassed. And when he was handed 6 violations, that was the chief's answer. Now he's a victim. He leaves the police department and rides around town, stopping and starting his car. So he gets pulled over.
Hey, how's it going, man? I'm Officer Alphonse with the DeLand Police Department.
What'd you pull me over for?
For a well-being check. That's all it is.
Oh,
I saw that once I got behind you, you keep turning off, and then...
A well-being check, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure you're okay. You keep pulling off the road and coming back on the road and stuff, so I'm trying to see if you're having a medical emergency or anything like that, that's all.
You're pulling me over. You're stopping me from what I'm doing because you're concerned. Because did I commit a crime?
I said I'm just doing a well-being check on you.
Did I commit a traffic infraction?
No, I'm just doing a well-being check.
Is this what is your name?
Officer Alphonse with the DeLand Police Department.
Who's the other officer?
What is it?
Who's the other officer?
Officer Amen. He's right over there. Just doing a well-being check on you, man. You keep...
Yeah. I'm Do you have a supervisor on duty?
I can get a supervisor.
I'd like a supervisor over here.
All right, I have a supervisor coming in.
Is this something that you guys typically engage in?
What is it?
Is this something that you guys typically engage in?
We conduct well-being checks all the time whenever a car, you know, if we see that a car is doing some type of maneuvers or anything like that.
What maneuver was it that thought that
You said that you kept pulling off and on onto.
You know, in small towns and small cities, they conduct well-being checks. It's not that unusual. Now, it would be very unusual in New York or Philly, where police would only conduct a well-being check if a body was being dragged by a car. I'm being somewhat facetious.
President, I was just doing a well-being check. The supervisor's coming. Okay, he's gonna.
Well, I mean, you're the one that pulled me over. You've got me.
Well, you requested a supervisor.
Yeah, because you've got me over here on the side of the road.
Yeah, for a well-being check. That's what it was. Yeah,
so how long do you need to conduct your well-being check?
This was it, but you called the supervisor, so I'm just waiting.
Auditor logic. Why am I being detained? The officer explains that you're not being detained, but you're the one that demanded a supervisor.
You're the one that pulled me over. You've got me.
Well, you requested a supervisor.
Yeah, because you've got me over here on the side of the road.
Yeah, for a well-being check. That's what it was. Yeah,
so how long do you need to conduct your well-being check?
This was it, but you called the supervisor, so I'm just waiting.
Because you're illegally detaining me on the side of the road, sir.
I'm just doing a welcome check. I never say you're being detained or anything.
Sir.
Well, the officer just advised the driver that he's not being detained. But our frauditor is at a loss for words. He really is. So he again defaults to auditor logic.
This was it, but you called the supervisor, so I'm just waiting.
Because you're illegally detaining me on the side of the road, sir.
I'm just doing a welcome check. I never say you're being detained or anything.
Sir, I'm not detained. There's lights on behind me.
There are lights on behind you, because how else would he stop you to conduct the well-being check?
You pulled me over to the side of the road. How am I supposed to believe that I'm not being detained?
Make sure you're okay.
I don't like to be followed by police.
Okay. It's a public roadway. You're allowed to follow you if I wanted to.
Yep. And I guess you're allowed to illegally detain me too, huh?
I never said you were detained. I said...
Sir, I'm not detained. What do those lights mean?
You can leave right
Okay. When an officer pulls behind you, you rude motherfucker. You see what's going on here? I'm in DeLand. I got pulled over for a well-being check. They want to check my well-being.
And right about now, it looks like somebody needs to check his well-being. The supervisor arrives.
How do you think it's going? Is it Sergeant still, Sergeant Salmon?
It is.
Why are your officers pulling people over for no crime?
Okay, so he was conducting a well-being check on you. You were
Come on, man.
Some concerning
behaviors,
yeah,
like pulling to the side of the road safely in a safe manner.
Okay. He said you
not violating any traffic. You have me detained on the side of the road, and you don't want to listen to me. Sergeant, where the f do you get off behaving like this?
I'm leaving.
Where do you get off detaining somebody on the side of the road when they ask for their goddamn supervisor? You walk away in fucking shame.
Not ashamed.
You guys are fucking ridiculous.
I won't entertain nonsense.
Fuck you. Do your job better, officer. Piece of shit. Fuck off.
You know, I normally don't resort to these low-hanging fruit insults, but I'm going to make an exception.
You guys are fucking ridiculous. Unfucking believable. And then I wouldn't stop talking. And since I wouldn't stop talking, that enraged the sergeant, and he could no longer listen to the person complaining. All right, we're going to go to the PD. How about that? You guys want to go to the police department? I was just illegally detained on the side of the road by one of your officers.
And what's your first name?
I just want to talk to a captain about the illegal practices of the department. So, I mean, can I get another officer to go get him? Like, I need a supervisor. I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't convey the importance of the situation. What's going on? Oh, Lieutenant. That'll work. Lieutenant, why are your officers pulling people over on the side of the road for not committing traffic infractions?
What are we talking about?
I was just pulled over. I can't remember the guy's name. You can text Sergeant Sam, and his rude ass showed up there to, I guess, to de-escalate the situation, but instead it was only to be further rude to
The auditor just claimed that he tried to de-escalate the situation.
Sergeant, where the f do you get off behaving like this?
I'm leaving.
Where do you get off detaining somebody on the side of the road when they ask for their goddamn supervisor? You walk away in fucking shame.
Not ashamed.
You guys are fucking ridiculous.
I won't entertain nonsense.
Fuck you. I guess to de-escalate the situation, but instead it was only to be further rude to the person that they have detained illegally on the side of the road. So I've got to complain about Sergeant Salmon. I've got to complain about whoever the officer was that pulled me over for not committing a fucking crime. What is DeLand doing?
So I can put you in touch with professional standards. You can file your complaint through them. Well, it's my option.
That's it, huh? That's it. You guys don't give a fuck, do you?
I'm not cussing at you.
I have free speech. Rightfully, I am swearing because my civil rights were just violated, and you're telling me I'm not cussing? Yeah, you're not cussing. Of course you're not cussing. You're not upset. You don't give a shit.
Our auditor leaves, but comes back 2 days later with James Madison Audits as his wingman.
The message I'm getting is they're not available.
They're not available?
Not available. That's all you can call us trying to make an appointment or whatever, but that's
I've gone down that road before.
that's the message I'm giving them.
Who gave you that message?
The chief.
The chief gave you the message that the chief's not available?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, that's the phone. That's all the extensions. Thank you. Who did you confirm that it was okay to make a copy of that?
Huh?
Who did you confirm with that it's okay to give that?
The supervisor.
What's his or her name?
Lieutenant?
Lieutenant is his name?
Mathis.
Mathis. Okay,
Is
Mathis.
he right back there in that little room?
He is.
Could you just pop in there and ask him to come out and have a conversation with me? We spoke. Do you remember me from the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he told me that something was going to happen. I just want to follow up on that, maybe. When we left each other, you mentioned that somebody was going to reach out and give me a call. I gave you my number.
I forwarded your information up to where it needed to go.
Where did it go?
But that portion was sent to Captain Dice.
Captain Dice.
The two auditors harassed the secretary and the lieutenant for another 15, 20 minutes. And when they leave, who do they bump into but the chief?
Is that something that you guys can do? Pull people over without probable cause?
This is a public service.
Is that more about your oath? That oath that you know a lot about? Did you tell your officers about the Fourth Amendment?
I got a question for you.
I've got a question for him, and he's not answering.
You're not answering my question.
I don't care.
How much money are you making on your YouTube channel? You make a lot of money on YouTube.
No, it's not about money.
Don't you make about 20,000
I don't even think you know who I am. I'm getting rich on YouTube. Are you guys getting rich violating civil rights?
Yeah, that's what you do.
I violate civil rights, or you guys do?
I see. You make a lot of money.
Yeah, I make a lot of money.
Pull the door shut on me. Just trying to find
You're proud of yourself, Chief?
Why your guys?
We're allowed upstairs.
Get out of this elevator.
Why?
Back up.
Why?
I'm going somewhere. You're getting in my way.
Am I allowed to go up the elevator?
Not this elevator.
The two auditors don't get on the elevator, but they go in search of the chief, and they do find him on the second floor.
That's right. Coward. I think so. Outside and to the right. You're gonna run away, Chief? You gonna run? You can't use words, huh? You gotta run away like a coward? That's your favorite thing, running away like a coward. Maybe if your officers just upheld their oath, it wouldn't be an issue. Run back into your little gang lair, Chief. Run back in there like a little bitch. Did you guys see the video? Is that okay? You guys behaving like that? Is that okay? Is that okay for your officers, Chief? Get back into your gang lair, Chief. Get back in your gang lair, you coward.
He's whispering things in his ear like sweet nothing.
Yeah, he thinks he knows something about somebody. I cannot wait for the next meeting. I'm gonna make you look like such a fool. You stupid motherfucker.
Let's sum this up. The auditor schedules a meeting with the chief to vacate his trespassing restrictions. Number 2, the auditor goes to the meeting and receives 6 citations involving trespassing, 1 with the Social Security Administration office. Number 3, the frauditor is pulled over for a wellness check, at which time he was told he was not being detained. Number 4, the auditor claims he was being detained and went to the police department to complain. Number 5, the auditor harasses a civilian employee and a lieutenant and then finds the chief and harasses him. The bottom line is this, is that any chief of any police department is under no duty to meet with a known troublemaker. And the auditor is angry about his own violation of trespassing laws. He needs to go to court and be found innocent. But he won't be because he's likely guilty. Now that's my take on this. What's yours? The John Ligato Show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like what you saw today, hit subscribe and like. Semper Fidelis.